Hey guys, wanted to come back in here and do a new update for this little quest I'm on because I made a major purchase here. I was at 500 crystals, so when I did some of the training grounds and stuff, it unlocked actually a handful of new planeswalkers, and one of them was one that I think every new player should invest in, which is Ajani, Invigorate Leadership. And he's one of the brand new walkers for the game here, and he is an excellent planeswalker at all levels. He's one of my go-to for training grounds in my main account, but I just picked him up. I just wanted to see what he was like as a new player with very limited resources. And he's great because, for one, his default deck comes with some decent cards, definitely ones that can help you out with things. He comes with a mythic out the gate, so you won't have to worry about collecting that later on. His abilities are all awesome, and they're very cheap to use. They only take 4 loyalty. So his first ability is the one I probably use the most because it has a chance to give any of your creatures a lifelink, double strike, and prevent damage. So with all those put together, you can really make some cool things happen. So this is the default deck, and I like his already coming with the ability to put 4 spells and 4 supports into your deck. So as you get further and further along, spells and supports become more and more crucial to your ability to win games. So let's check out my white card pool. I haven't really looked at it, and I'm just curious to see what I end up with here. So let's go ahead and rebuild our deck for him. So I'll do this in real time and figure it out. So actually, I kind of like Spiteful Squad as a creature. Target creature you control gets plus X, and that X is this creature's power buff value. So if we add a few things to our deck to increase that buff, we're going to be able to make that a good creature. So Sacred Cat has lifelink, and that's also a decent little card there. But we only have slots for 2 creatures, so let's figure it out here. Dual Craft Trainer at the beginning of combat on your turn. Target creature you control gains double strike. I do like double strike as an ability, so let's start with that. You would think that I would go with Jazal Goldmane, but I find him not to be that great as a creature because he ends up never in the first slot, because most of the time you'll have his Ajani soldier token in the first slot, so his buff doesn't really end up doing much, and you have to enlist a lot of gems. And right now I don't have many ways to enlist a lot of gems, so I'm gonna hold off on using him for now. So there are a couple other okay cards in here that I could use, but let's go with those and also see what spells we got. Integrity, target creature gets +2/+2. Not great. Gideon's Phalanx. This will be a pretty decent card. Summon 4 2/2 knights with vigilance. If there are 8 more white gems on the board, all your creatures gain prevent damage until the end of your turn. So this is actually a really good card for if we assemble, which I will explain that in a bit. But let's see. Swift Reckoning. I like Enshrouding Mist because we can use it to attack our creatures. Our Ajani Soldier token can assemble and attack that creature. Let's see. Integrity until end of turn. I believe Murderer's Axe gets +2/+2. Okay, so we'll buff our Spiteful Squad with that. So do we have things to disable creatures. I don't know. Defend the campus. This might be good. Destroy target opposing creature with power 6. Okay, this is just a nice little kill spell. That's just an okay card. Gain 5 life. Healing hands. Let's see. Let's put defend the campus in and then look for what supports we got. Orbs of Warding will be a good card to have for people who are starting out because you face a lot of weak creatures. Farm is a good support that can kill, and you can also discard 2 cards and draw 2 cards, so that can be a decent one. Will we do Deadlock Trap yet? No, we don't have enough. I do want to use Deadlock Trap, but while on the board, your first creature gets +2/+2. Plus up. Okay, so let's actually go with those equipments that we start with here. So, alright, let's try and see what happens with this deck. Do we have anything? Battlefield Forge, 1 gem to red, 1 gem to white. We don't have great white conversion cards, so let's see how well we do without white conversion. Nice thing is that enlist gems will automatically convert gems to white. So let's give it a shot here with this deck I just created in front of you. Let's see how well it goes. So, and I will show you if you're a new player and thinking about picking up Ajani, or, you know, if you have been playing a while and you're still watching this. So, okay. Spiteful Squad. Let's get that on the board. So, right away, I will show you why that happened. Because his passive ability is called Cats Assemble. At the end of your turn, if you have full life, create 2 Ajani Soldier tokens. Otherwise, you gain 3 life. So no matter what, you're getting a benefit for doing nothing. You're either gaining life at the beginning of your, or at the end of your turn, or you're creating a cat token. So that's huge for a player that doesn't have a lot of resources and ability to either keep yourself full of life or get creatures on the board quickly. So we got our Spiteful Squad down on the board, and once that Spiteful Squad kills or dies, then we can just put all of his power onto our cat token. So let's see if we can assemble. No, cannot this time. So if we assembled, we could actually choose who the soldier cat would target. So we could actually bypass that defender if we were able to assemble this turn. So that can be really powerful for certain things. And okay, so we beat a color challenge. And so having a new Planeswalker also opens up the chance that I can achieve some of these other objectives on the bottom. Like, I don't have a lot of green flyers yet, but I probably have a decent amount of white flyers, so I can possibly begin to work on some of these other secondary objectives. But okay, so that is how he does in story mode, but let's see how he does in training grounds. So we'll do so we can do a training grounds in standard and legacy. Let's see. How many of these are valid? Okay. So we'll have to add a support or 2 spells. Swift Reckoning. No. Okay. I'll add one of those spells. Not sure which one yet. I guess Battlefield Forge or Majoring Network. Maybe I'll do Majoring Network. No, I want some more white gems on the board, so I'll do Battlefield Forge. I don't like Battlefield Forge because it's not going to give us much mana on red conversion, but don't have any better white. So maybe Evolving Wilds first. Sure. Okay. I think I'm good with the rest of this. Oh, did we get something here? I don't have to watch an ad. I won't put you guys through that. I'll do that after I stop recording. But hey, watch those ads. I know they suck. I know some are like offensive basically, but if you can stomach it, they will give you decent rewards for beginner players. So let's see. Okay, we got mace on the board. Can enlist a few gems. Shit, there's a claustrophobia on the battlefield, so I don't think I have anything to destroy supports in this deck, which can run us into a decent amount of trouble. But let's see if we can just pop it with gem matches. Might take a while because it's toward the bottom of the thing, but here we go. Right on. One of those things, if you're new to the game, you got to think about strategic ways of getting rid of whatever is on the board that is hurting you, like a disable support. See, there's enlist, so you can choose exactly what your Ajani soldier will attack. It doesn't matter if they're disabled or not. So yeah, they didn't even have a chance to get anything on the board. So yeah, super easy. You'll find that training grounds becomes way easier with the Ajani. I don't even have much more than the default stuff that white comes with. So let's do a, was that standard? No, let's do a legacy training ground and see how well we do with that deck. Use the deck. Whoa. I'm matched with the level 60, so this will be interesting. I can now add one more support to our deck. Do I have another support? Is there anything else I want to put in there? Defend the campus. No, I'll need that. Maybe if I switch that out for something here. What is Nahiri Storm? Creatures you control have first striking your equipment cost 2 less. Actually, I kind of like that. Let's try that. I don't have much else. We have equipment in our deck here, so might actually be a decent card to have in our deck. So, this will be quite the test. A level 60 Planeswalker against our level 8. Alright, really testing our might here. By the way, they really gotta fix the matchmaking system. It's so broken. But if I win, you'll see exactly why you need to pick up Ajani, right? Case in point. Can we agree to that? Oh, by the way, if you guys are not aware of this, I will explain something in a sec here on my next turn. You're not seeing all these cards being played and all the effects flying around because I have all that stuff turned on or turned off. I played this game long enough I can figure out what's happening just by virtue of seeing what's happening on the board. But if you're a new player, you probably want to keep all that stuff on. But if you ever get lost, you can check the battle log and click on it and see what they're playing. So Stomping Ground and Crag Crown Pathway. So they got a lot of red gem conversion on the ground. So that's why that's happening. Or that's what's happening. And you can read the card and see what it does, and hopefully that will educate you on how the game is working and what strategies your opponents are playing against you. Cool. So, defend the campus will destroy that creature of theirs because it has a power of 6. It's really important that you have some amount of creature removal, and if you're somehow not subscribed to Nalthazar, who is a creator of content for this game, somebody who inspired me to pick this channel back up, but he has a really good guide on how to build a deck and all the components that go into deck building. So let's charge up another Defend the Campus. Probably should have been doing that. We got First Strike here. Oh yeah, he's got Death Touch, right? So he's Death Touch and First Strike. So he's basically gonna kill, or she? I think that's a she. She's gonna kill most creatures without dying because the Death Touch triggers before as First Strike. If you don't have First Strike, then damage just occurs as normal. But with First Strike, it takes into account that first. So unless they have either First Strike or Double Strike, they will die. So that's actually really excellent, and kind of by accident. I didn't even think of that, but that makes Spiteful Squad super powerful in this deck. Oops, what did I do? Oh, they must have played a Labyrinth of Scopos on me, which is, I think, what happened here. Yeah, Labyrinth of Scopos. So at the beginning of your opponent's turn combat, on your opponent's turn. So on my turn, exile the last opposing creature. Then if it's not a token, return it to the battlefield under the opponent's control with its reinforcements. So that's actually a really good control card that is not in standard anymore, but it's a really good defense against a lot of cards. A lot of creatures who play tokens, because it makes your tokens go poof. So, alright, that was actually super easy to win against a level 60. So, if that's not enough of an endorsement to get Ajani at level 8, I don't know what is. So, that is my recommendation. New players, go get Ajani Invigorate Leadership. And that Nahiri Vanguard, I guess is a good time to explain Vanguards. Vanguard, this little ability with the kind of a swirl arrow happening there. As long as it's your turn, creatures you control have first strike and your equipments cost 2 less. So that ability always happens as long as the support is on the board. And there are some really cool Vanguards out there, but a lot of crappy ones. But this one comes for free if you do the War of the Spark story mode. So that's another reason I recommend you doing story mode. You don't have to do all of them, but the ones that have good cards I recommend going for. And I think Spiteful Squad might be one that you get from the Strixhaven story mode. The one that teach you mechanics of each set. And then deal 5 to target disabled creature. We don't have anything that disables in our deck, so we don't have to worry about it. But when it's your turn, before you match any gems, you can go into your Vanguard, click on it when it's on the board, and press the number down there, that little shield, and it'll come up with a prompt that tells you if you want to trigger that effect. So the -2 refers to the shields. So this has 6 shields, as you can see in the bottom right corner of the picture. If you hit the ability on the support, it's kind of like, thinking of it like as a loyalty ability that a support has. But instead of loyalty, it's counting shield count. So it would, if I triggered this ability, it would take this from 6 shields to 4. I hope that is not too confusing, but if you really need all these things better explained, you can go through story mode or what have you and try and figure out yourself. So anyway, alright, that's enough for this video here. I will do some more story, and next time something really important comes up, I will create another video. Alright, see you guys.